For that live report. Now to an update on a story we first brought you back in the summer of 2021. The final defendant involved in a shooting that took place on August 22nd of 2021 at the Hadley Walmart has been sentenced to a year in jail after pleading guilty earlier this month. Juan Hernandez, 20, of New York, pleaded guilty on December 12th to illegal possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition. 21-year-old Jeroen Matos Colon of Springfield was sentenced to 2 years of probation on charges of possession of heroin and cocaine. And Wilmer Alvarez Vargas, now 27, was sentenced to 4 years in state prison after he pleaded guilty back in September to 2 counts of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon causing serious bodily harm.